When I was a teenager, I used to spend time with my good friend and his parents on Central Ohio lakes enjoying water sports such as water skiing, tubing, and one of my personal favorites, wave running. Now, a wave runner, for those unfamiliar, is like a motorcycle on water. Extremely powerful. They average around speeds between 60 and 70 miles an hour, can hold as many as 3 people, and can be maneuvered for, this is a little Boston for you, wicked fun stuff. Anyone from Boston? You like the wicked part? Thank you. It means very. But recently, about a few months ago, for the first time in about 15 years, I returned to a wave runner and forgot 2 extremely important rules. It gets better. Don't worry.
I'm seeing a picture here.
Oh, you can only imagine. The first, position matters. Whether one is the driver or the passenger, the experience is entirely different. It is much easier and less frightening to be in the front. As the driver, one is in control. And the ride, no matter how fast one goes or how crazy the trick seems, always appears effortless and smooth. However, being the passenger is a nightmare. Going 20 miles feels like 77 miles an hour. Every time, no matter how tight one holds on to the ride or the driver, the ride is excruciating and terrifying. When the wave runner hits a wave, spins, or tilts on its side, I hoped every single minute to desperately not fly off the back. Which brings me to the second rule. It is imperative to remember that while handles are available, always, and I repeat, always, hold on tightly to the driver. Unfortunately, I learned this the hard way. For this vital information would have been extremely pertinent as I flew off the side of the wave runner, high into the air, and smack into the water. See, I was busy comfortably grasping the back handles and completely forgot the reason that clutching the driver was so important. For when the driver decided to turn quickly, physics and I were at a crossroads. In a split second, the options were simple. Continue to hold on and severely hurt myself, or let go knowing it was in my best interest, but uncertain of what would happen next. Obviously, I'm all right. Yet this choice to hold on to or to let go is not isolated to a wave runner wipeout. When confronting challenging situations or behaviors, emotionally, these same choices emerge. The phrase letting go can refer to many components found within our lives. It could refer simply to the physical act of exhaling deeply. It could serve as a moment when we reconcile emotions from evolving relationships, personal frustrations, or the complexities found within our world. And it could be a resignation to the reality that we are unable to control life situations. In that instant, when one lets go, there's somewhat of a peacefulness that occurs. Yet in the midst of stressful circumstances, it is not always easy to recognize the great effect that releasing this energy can have on our being. Instead, many affirm that the only way to overcome one's aggravations and pressures is by tenaciously holding on. However, as Hermann Hesse, the Nobel laureate author, more eloquently commented, some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it actually is by letting go. Thus, in the midst of great strain, the decision to let go without knowing what's ahead, while it can be difficult and painful, can also be an extremely powerful and freeing experience. This week's Torah portion, Balach, offers guidance as one faces the challenges associated with letting go. The parashah begins with Balak, the Moabite king, asking the diviner Balaam to curse the Israelites. Following an interesting encounter with an angel of God and a talking donkey, Balaam cannot complete Balak's request. Instead, the cursing of the Israelites becomes his actual blessing of the Israelites. And in explaining his reasons to Balak afterwards, he comments, Ki lo nachash beYaakov velo kesem beYisrael, ke'et ye'amer leYaakov ul Yisrael ma pa'al el. Lo, there is no sorcery in Jacob, no divining in Israel. Jacob is told at once, yea, Israel, what God has planned. The statement by Balaam, although a little metaphorical, reveals that magical fixes to our problems do not exist within our world. Instead, our community is guided by a power greater than the individual, faith. Faith does not mean that the world and our actions are predetermined. Rather, faith provides for us an umbrella of support when faced with the decision to hold on or to let go. Faith offers us strength so that even when uncertain of what will happen next, we can trust that we made the right choice. And faith gives us hope. For while letting go will no doubt be difficult, tomorrow presents a new opportunity to begin again. As an unknown author expressed, there are things that we never want to let go of, people we never want to leave behind. But keep in mind that letting go isn't the end of the world, it's the beginning of a new life. So on this Shabbat, as we think about the things we're trying to let go of, may we too find support, strength, and hope in the 5-letter word, faith. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.